In the depths of the world's oceans, a predator lurks, one of the most feared and dangerous creatures, the great white shark. Today, we dive into the chilling and unforgettable story of Simon Nellist's horrific encounter with this apex predator off the coast of Little Bay, near Sydney, Australia. This tragic incident, caught on camera, serves as a stark reminder of the unpredictable dangers that can lurk beneath the serene waters. The setting: Little Bay, Sydney, Australia. Little Bay is a secluded coastal spot located on the outskirts of Sydney and is known for its beautiful beaches and recreational activities. The area's eco-friendly environment and abundance of outdoor opportunities make it a prime destination for tourists and water enthusiasts. The sound of gentle waves lapping against the shore, the soft sands that stretch as far as the eye can see, and the invigorating sea breeze all combine to create an atmosphere of tranquility that is difficult to replicate anywhere else. However, amid the charm of Little Bay's coastal paradise, there exists a slight reality that occasionally casts a shadow over its otherwise blissful ambience. While the chances are statistically low, the ever-present possibility of fatal shark attacks serves as a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the sea. Simon Nellist, a tragic victim. Simon Nellist, a 35-year-old retiree from the British Royal Air Force, was settling into his new life in Australia. Mr. Nellist originally came from a place called Penzance in Cornwall, and his family still lives there. He started to really like Australia when he went on a trip about 6 years ago. Simon was excited to embrace the coastal lifestyle as an experienced scuba diver. He had signed up for a local swimming race and was practicing daily in the waters of Little Bay to prepare for the event. As an experienced ocean swimmer and dive instructor, Mr. Nellist was well aware of the possible risks each time he undertook the swim between the two beaches. He openly expressed his disapproval of controversial methods used to safeguard swimming zones from sharks. The fateful day. February 16th, 2022, one evening, when it was warm outside, Simon decided to go for a swim near a quiet part of Little Bay called Buchan Point. While he was swimming, he didn't realize that the way he moved in the water was creating vibrations. These vibrations acted like a signal that caught the attention of an unexpected and deadly visitor from the depths. The encounter: a terrifying breach. As the waters shimmered in their crystal blue color, a gigantic great white shark, measuring an astonishing 15 feet in length, emerged from the depths of the ocean. This formidable predator had its sights set on Simon, seeing him as potential prey. Sharks possess an extraordinary sense of hearing, which allows them to pick up even the tiniest disturbances in the water. Simon's routine strokes created vibrations in the water that this finely tuned hearing picked up on. Like a puzzle falling into place, these vibrations guided the shark towards Simon. While Simon kept swimming, the shark got closer because it followed those vibrations. Out of nowhere, the big shark jumped out of the water. Both Simon and the shark went flying in the air for a moment. When they splashed back down into the water, the shark's strong jaws closed around Simon's body. The shark clamped down on Simon's torso, causing severe internal injuries and mutilating his limbs from the attack. The attack unfolds. As Simon struggled to free himself from the shark's grip, the water turned crimson with blood. A desperate and wounded Simon managed to make a brief attempt to swim away, but the shark quickly caught up to him. The attack was relentless, with the shark violently shaking Simon from side to side, causing terrible damage and a scene of unimaginable horror. Within seconds, Simon succumbed to the jaws of the great white shark. The aftermath and tragedy. The nearby fishermen were initially paralyzed with shock. With hearts racing, they quickly signaled for help from the lifeguards. They were trained to handle emergencies like this. However, they couldn't get to Simon in time, and the shark went on to tear him limb by limb. Meanwhile, amidst the chaos, there was a person who managed to capture the entire scary incident on video. This eyewitness bravely recorded the whole thing, and that video became a way to show people just how terrifying and real shark attacks can be. It's like a haunting reminder that the ocean, while beautiful, can also hold unexpected dangers. Even though the authorities rushed to the scene as fast as they could, they tragically found Simon's body floating in the water. It was a heartbreaking sight, and it marked the end of Simon's life. When interviewed, the people nearby told the authorities that Simon was always seen wearing a black wetsuit that was warm for the weather. After looking into what happened, the investigators believed that the shark might have thought Simon was a seal because he was wearing a black wetsuit. It's a sad and unfortunate case of mistaken identity that turned Simon's joyful plans to spend his life with his fiancée Jessie into a heartbreaking tragedy in an instant. The recent attack marked the first shark fatality in Sydney since the year 1963. Friends and family of Simon Nellist were left heartbroken by the tragic incident. They remembered him as a caring and adventurous person who had a deep love for the outdoors and the ocean. Many of his friends shared fond memories of their times together, highlighting his positive energy and willingness to help others. Simon's family expressed their grief and disbelief, remembering him as a beloved son, sibling, and friend. In the wake of the incident, Simon's friends and family also expressed their concerns about shark safety measures. "It's just horrendous. We spent most of yesterday just hoping and praying it wasn't him. It's still incredibly raw," the friend told the outlet. Some of them shared their thoughts on social media, emphasizing the importance of finding effective ways to protect swimmers while also ensuring the safety of marine life. His friends added, "Simon was amazing. That's all there is to say, really. He was just the best. He was the nicest, kindest human. It is a huge loss." In a Facebook post from 6 months ago, Simon articulated his concerns, saying, "Shark nets and drum lines don't really protect anyone, and they end up harming various marine creatures each year. Imagine the ocean as a big home for many animals. Fish, turtles, dolphins, and lots of other creatures call it home. Simon was concerned that these shark nets and drum lines could accidentally hurt or even kill these animals. He cared about the ocean and everything that lives in it. He wanted people to think about better ways to keep both swimmers and sea creatures safe. Maybe there were other solutions that could work without causing harm." Simon's Facebook post wasn't just him sharing his thoughts. It was also a way to start a conversation and make people think about how we can all enjoy the ocean while taking care of its inhabitants at the same time. In response to this tragedy, it was revealed by the people in charge that they were going to put something called smart drumline technology at Little Bay Beach. They were planning to do this within 2 weeks as part of a new plan to keep sharks away from swimmers in New South Wales. So here's the deal with this tech. Imagine there's some yummy food dangling in the water, kind of like a treat for any curious sharks. This food is connected to a floating thing called a buoy. Now, when a shark decides to check out this treat, it touches something like a secret button. Let's call it a magnet. That sets off a special light on the buoy. This light is solar powered, so it starts flashing like a signal, telling everyone on the shore, "Hey, there's a shark around!" But wait, there's more! There's also a cool device attached to the drumline, which is like a big fishing line to catch any unwanted shark visitors. When a shark gets curious and nudges this line, the device instantly sends quick emails and text messages to nearby workers to rescue anyone on the radar of the shark. However, Simon wasn't one of the lucky ones who could bear the fruit of this technology. Parting words. Let this story serve as a reminder, inspiring us to continue working towards effective measures that protect both swimmers and marine life. Our deepest sympathies go out to Simon Nellist's family and friends as we honor his adventurous spirit and cherish the lessons his story imparts. As we embrace the beauty of the sea, let us also remain respectful of its mysteries and make sure that tragedies like this one become fewer and farther between.